Kits Week 1. I'm Professor Shelby, reporting for baking duty. Let's go into the Week 1 kit. We have our sweet after school No.2 Pencil mini cupcake decorating kit. We also have right here, tag and share all of your works so we can see them and post them on our Instagram so we can see all of your progress. We're gonna go through the kit now. We have our yellow buttercream pencil body, our pink buttercream eraser, our metal band, our pencil tip, and then our pencil lead. We also provided you guys with a plastic knife. If you'd like to use your own knife from home, that's totally fine. And then we have our mini cupcakes, half chocolate and half vanilla, and our cake board we're gonna be decorating on. To begin our mini cupcake pencil, we first have to form the shape. We're gonna take our mini cupcakes and basically outline where the pencil is going to go. I'm doing the cupcakes, chocolate vanilla, but you can do it however you want. So it's gonna be 3 cupcakes by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the body. And then we have our last 3 to form the head. Now, we're gonna take our yellow buttercream. We're gonna cut a small hole, not that big. And we're gonna glue down our cupcakes. That way when we're decorating them, they're not sliding all over the place. Nice and secure. A lot, just a little bit of buttercream. Our pencil shape. Now that we have our pencil ready for icing, we're gonna start with our pink eraser first. You're gonna cut your hole in your bag, about that big. And we're gonna ice 1 line of cupcakes. So you're gonna start with the outline first, and I'm just gonna fill in a little bit so our icing stays nice and flat. Eraser. Now we're just gonna fill in the eraser. It's all even. Handy dandy butter knife comes in. And we're going to smooth out our eraser. There we go. I have my wet towel to clean off my knife. Just smooth it out a little bit more. And a little bit more buttercream on the outside. There we go. So when you're smoothing things out, you want to do it in one stroke. That way you don't have all this like weird texture going on. So we're going to take our knife and just do one simple stroke back and forth. We have a nice surface, flat surface for our pencil. That looks pretty great. Our second color is going to be our metal band. Just cut about the same size hole as the eraser. So this one we're only gonna do half the cupcake because the metal band on the pencil isn't that big. And go right up to the edge of the pink eraser. And then we're gonna fill it in just like we did with the eraser. Make sure you go all the way to the edge. Alright. We're going to take our knife that we cleaned off. And we're going to do the same movement as we did on the eraser. This nice back and forth motion. Single stroke. You're going to be careful not to smush it into the pink because you do want a nice defined line between the band and the eraser. So if not, it all just looks mushy. Pencils aren't mushy. Alright. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to move to the head of the pencil. Take our tan. Cut a little hole. So for the head, we're gonna do the 3 cupcakes and then the 2 to the point. So it's gonna be a little triangle shape that you're gonna make. And we're gonna start like we did with the others with an outline of the cupcakes and then fill it in. Fill in our spaces here. Little poops. And now we're just going to take our buttercream and fill the space in. I gave you lots of buttercream, so use it all. Because who doesn't love a whole bunch of buttercream on top of their cupcakes? I know I do. Now I like to start from the tip of the triangle and go back because I feel like it gives it a nice pointy shape. So if you go like that, it's gonna drag it out and make it not pointed. See if you go like that. Look at that. It's a sad triangle. He needs a point. Continuing with the long strokes of the knife. There we go. Smooth it all out. You fill in any gaps or crevices that are there. He's looking like a pencil. Okay. Now we have our yellow bag. And we're gonna fill this from the edge of the silver band. And then all the way up to the edge of the triangle that we just made. This will be our pencil body. So if you ever looked on a pencil, it has these little humps on it where you sharpen it. So we're gonna make little humps for our pencil. So we're gonna do 3. This is gonna go over the head of the triangle. So I have our 3 little humps. So I'm gonna fill in our gaps. And we're gonna fill in the body of the pencil. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's looking nice. start with the little humps that we made and drag back towards the eraser. That way we keep the shape of the pencil sharpening humps. Okay. I'm gonna rotate my pencil because I find it easier to flatten things out when I rotate it around. It's just an awkward angle. So, flatten it out. Ready? Fill in these little gaps over here. Straighten him out a little bit. Take my knife. Looks pretty flat to me. And I'm just gonna make little striations in the buttercream. These pencils have a texture to them. So all I'm doing is gently pushing down on the buttercream to make little divots in it so you can have the pencil texture. Just dragging back towards the eraser. Let's fix this one. Fix that a little bit. There we go. Like it never happened. Okay. It's almost a pencil, guys. We'll take last but not least our lead. This is not actual lead. It's buttercream. We're gonna cut a smaller hole because we're gonna write on top of the pencil as well. So you don't want it to be super big because it's gonna be really hard to write. So I'm gonna cut my hole. It's a very tiny, cute hole. We're gonna do the lead first. It's be like a little half moon shape. And then you're gonna do like we did the entire time with the outline first, and then you're gonna fill it in the outline, keeping that nice straight tip. Okay. Just like we did before, we're gonna drag back towards the eraser. That way we keep our sharp point. Flatten out the sides. So, like that. And then one more. Okay. Alright, so before we write on our pencil, we're going to stick it in the fridge for about 5 minutes so it becomes nice and hard. That way you have a nice hard surface to write on and it'll stick nice and long. Alright, I just fetched my pencil out of the fridge. It's nice and hard. We're gonna take our black lead and we're gonna write number 2 on the pencil. First we're gonna do is make a line. That way your writing is nice and centered on the pencil. So I find it easier when you're making a straight line instead of doing it like this, because sometimes it goes up and down and awkward. If you do it with lengthwise. Yes. So we're gonna take your lead and you're gonna just have an even line coming out of the buttercream. Just a little bit. See? It's pretty straight. We're gonna write the number 2. So we're gonna start with the N first. So I'm gonna pipe out a little line of black. I'm not even pushing out very hard. I'm barely pushing out any buttercream. There we go. A little N, a little dot. We have our O. When you're making circles, it's easier if you're right-handed to go counterclockwise. If you're left-handed, you go clockwise. I'm not left-handed. I could try to do it with my left hand. It would come out really gross though. Well, let me try, actually. Side note, let's make a circle. Okay. All right, not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but that's definitely better. Now we're doing our number 2, because it's a number 2 pencil. What number 2 pencil is incomplete without a 2? Get rid of that guy. And there we have it. Our beautiful number 2 pencil, ready for school. Let's go write some stuff. As much fun as that was to decorate, it's even more fun to eat it. Unwrap it. I don't like to eat paper. Okay, it's just going in. We're going for it. Okay.